Hello, I'm WWE's Chief Brand Officer, Stephanie McMahon. Some of you may already know that our company's mission is to put smiles on people's faces the world over. In 2021, we plan to continue delivering on this mission by expanding our award-winning storytelling beyond the WWE universe. We will bring you stories of inspiration and hope. We plan to inform, educate, and entertain you with stories of real-life heroes and superstars across the globe. As a mother of 3 daughters, I am passionate about celebrating the accomplishments of female athletes and supporting women in sports. And here at WWE, we are proud to use our global platform to help champion equality across the larger sports industry and to help break down barriers girls and women face in sports every day. And that is why we are so proud to share the story you are about to see. WWE Network Documentaries presents the story of Fitch. Heaven is an inspiration, a pioneer, and a champion. And we felt there was no one better to tell this story than our own WWE Hall of Famer, Beth Phoenix.
Heaven loves to cook. She loves to bake things that are very skilled and detailed and require a great deal of time and patience.
She's just pretty well-rounded. She's quiet, kind of shy.
Fitch may be shy, but she's known for much more than her love of baking.
I don't think gender should have anything to do with your success in any aspect of life. It's always funny, people shock when they find out that I'm the girl that wrestles. Boys see me and they're gonna be like, oh, it's a girl, it's gonna be an easy match.
Yeah, that's right, sir! Yes, sir!
They start the match and it's a lot tougher than they thought.
The typical reaction is, I don't want to wrestle her because, well, I don't want to get beat by her.
One of the toughest and most demanding sports on the planet. And tonight, a teenage girl in North Carolina is the talk of the wrestling world.
Living here in North Carolina, I've heard all about Heaven's talents. I wrestled against the boys too. And for more than a decade, I was at the top of WWE.
Beth Phoenix!
But even I never accomplished what this teenager did in 2020.
No other female had ever done something like this in the state of North Carolina. History was made.
Proves to a lot of people that it's not just a men's sport. And it helps create more opportunities for other women in the sport.
Heaven was born on March 1st, 2003. We had 3 boys, and I always wanted a girl. And I joked with Stacy, I said, if it's a girl, her name's gonna be Heaven. If it's a boy, we're gonna name him Hal.
Growing up in a household with 3 older brothers who played sports, Heaven was destined to become an athlete.
Our family history is pretty rich in athletics. My grandfather was an Olympian. My grandmother was an Olympian. That's where they met. 1936, Berlin, and my grandfather won a silver medal in the 4x400 meter relay. Heaven was always a bit of a tomboy. She played lots of sports growing up. She played baseball. She played soccer.
They'd have to take her out of the games all the time because she just always had that aggression. She'd be tackling kids when she was playing soccer. So we probably should have figured it out a year or two earlier that wrestling was going to be the right sport for her. It was just in her nature.
Well, of course, she saw wrestling on TV.
Look how dominant Beth Phoenix can be.
We would actually play WWE all the time, throw each other around or try to elbow on someone.
And her little wrestler name was Tinkerbell, which I always thought was really goofy.
Yeah, it would be like jumping like over the couch thing or like onto a mattress onto someone.
I always tease in this house. I don't get hugs. I get half Nelsons, you know? You think they're coming in to hug you and you're like, oh, baby, and it's just like all of a sudden you're in a hold.
Eventually, the family found another venue for the boys to practice their skills.
Chancey wrestled in middle school. Caden started on a club team.
I'd always watch their practices or watch their tournaments, and I really wanted to do what they did.
She was always the little girl playing with toys in the stands and sitting on the sidelines during practice. One day, I think, just was like, I want to try wrestling.
I think it was just more of wanting to mimic them and just be like them. And I think it was just exciting for me to see something like so lively.
I was very much against her wrestling. And the reason for that was simply it was a all-male sport. I've seen broken necks, broken backs, knees, dislocated limbs. She was my little girl that I waited for my whole life, and I wasn't interested in her getting injured.
The fact that she was going to be up against all boys, because it was predominantly boys, it was tough. It was tough competition.
I mean, I'm sure as a parent, it's scary to the thought of your child getting hurt, especially like a little 6-year-old girl wrestling with these other little boys with a bunch of energy.
I loved it. I was all for it. I thought, that's exciting. She can do what we're doing.
You know, we decided to let her try. I actually approached the club and I said, "Can she try it? She probably won't want to stick. I'll pay you later." I was like, let's give it a trial basis and see how she does. And she was a natural.
She picked it up really quick. Typically the youngest of the family, you know, being around it, they already kind of know what's going on. So very aggressive and very tough. Wrestling's a sport that kind of gets in your blood. It's kind of part of the family business.
But as heaven got better, so did the competition.
When she wrestles males, they're tougher, they're stronger. Some of the times they're bigger. And she took a lot of losses because they didn't want to lose to a girl. They didn't go easy on her.
One way she stayed ahead of the game was frequent sparring with her older brother, Caden.
I definitely don't take it easy on Heaven. I would regret doing anything other than improving her capabilities.
He would do the same moves to me over and over until I worked on how to defend what he was doing to me.
One time we were training over at Chapel Hill. We were wrestling in front of like an Olympic bronze medalist, and we were just going off as hard as we could. Next thing I knew, I'm bleeding all over my face.
I'm crying.
And the whole gym is just kind of staring at us like we're crazy.
I think it's just nice to have someone who pushes me more than anyone else, and just someone I know I can rely on to help make me better.
Lots of boys would refuse to wrestle her because of the fact that she's a girl, so there's always like a weird stigma around the whole thing.
I saw parents not only emotionally, but verbally, and in some cases even physically abusive to their child when they lost to her.
One time, this guy was screaming, "Rip her arm off! Rip her arm!" You know, and maybe he would have said that if he was wrestling a male. I don't know.
I've had quite a few matches where they've cried afterwards. And it is emotional, like, for anyone.
Some people might try to say, well, you know, girls ought not be wrestling guys.
Q Tucker has a say in that. She is the commissioner for North Carolina high school sports.
In our state of North Carolina, based on the way our bylaws are set up, if a female wants to wrestle and her school does not offer a team for girls, then those girls would have to try out for the boys' team.
In some matches I've had, there will be like someone's parent on the sideline talking about how girls shouldn't wrestle and stuff like that. It's frustrating to hear about, especially when it's from other women. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to see women succeed.
And I would periodically get phone calls from wrestling coaches, and they would say, Q, we got this girl that wants to come out for wrestling. What do I do? I said, well, then, unless you want a lawsuit, I suggest you go ahead and let them go out. The females are preparing themselves and they're working hard. We want them to be in a position where they can wrestle.
Kind of makes me mad in a way. And I'm not a very angry person either, but just, I don't get why they think that way, especially how progressive we are as a society now.
She kind of rolls through it, laughs. It's been her reality for a while. She's gotten used to it.
In 8th grade, she went undefeated. She was voted the most outstanding wrestler. She pinned every single opponent she faced.
In 2018, Heaven was a 14-year-old freshman on the varsity wrestling team, competing in the lightest weight class, 106 pounds. Despite her 95-pound frame, the buzz was growing.
Someone said, there's a girl coming along and she's gonna be really good. She may be the first state champion for girls in wrestling.
Heaven's first year in high school, she was 34-4.
And I was one match away from qualifying for state.
You know, we started not only in our office, but I think really the rest of North Carolina just probably started to take notice.
The following year, as a sophomore at Uwharrie Charter Academy, Heaven made sure everyone took notice.
Her record, her sophomore year, 55-8. She made it to the state tournament.
Her sophomore year, she took 4th. She was the first girl in the history of North Carolina to ever place in a state tournament.
I think it meant a lot to a lot of people. It was a really emotional moment.
You know, I cried.
And the first female to ever receive an award in the wrestling.
We knew the magnitude and the significance of the accomplishment. she did what was not only the improbable, it was thought to be impossible.
Yeah, cool. This one's cool. I don't remember that. I don't remember that either. This one was yours too. Most of these are first, second, or third. Yeah. So usually they place out, like some of them will say this one's second place. Some do up to like 8, but those are normally bigger tournaments. Caden. She has more than her brother. Shh. They're just pretty simple medals.
Heaven would continue wrestling in tournaments all across the country, competing in Georgia, Oklahoma, and North Dakota, to name a few. As her junior year began, Heaven was ranked 7th nationally, and she had her sights set on the state title.
Going into her junior year, it might be a little tougher. It's easier to chase than to be chased. I think if people didn't know who she was, now they knew. So there was maybe a little more respect, too.
We knew that strength training was going to be a significant issue, from a gender perspective. So we focused on a lot of heavy strength training.
Having the higher expectations definitely is really tough. It puts a lot of pressure on me. Have times where I couldn't sleep, overthinking all of it, or like, what if I don't live up to this?
Junior year was historical across the board. She had well over 60 matches with 58 wins. She broke so many records. The most high school female wins in high school varsity matches. Just a remarkable year.
February 22nd, 2020, Greensboro Coliseum. The North Carolina High School State Wrestling Tournament. Heaven Fitch is the #1 seed in the 106 weight class.
The Coliseum was pretty full on that night. I think because everybody recognized that Heaven is here.
After 2 hard-fought matches, Heaven made it to the finals.
She was one of the last ones to wrestle at the state championship, and the place was almost packed. Most people usually leave after their kid wrestles, and the place was going nuts.
In the 1A classification from URE Charter, Heaven.
I was a nervous wreck. I just couldn't believe it.
I pretty much was like in control for most of it.
She just repeatedly kept getting back points and turning him over.
The whole crowd was chanting her name.
Heaven, heaven.
It was like insane and surreal to experience that.
It wasn't just about winning, she was going to make a statement.
She spins behind, and you realize that's it. There's nothing the kid can do.
Oh shoot, what am I gonna do? I don't know. So basically threw my arms up.
But then she runs across the mat and leaps into my arms, and I catch her.
Anytime you're the first, it's significant because it means that you've paved the way. You've overcome something that no one else has ever accomplish or overcome.
I still don't even know if she realized how big of a deal it is. I don't think she realizes the impact and the influence that she has because, you know, she's just her own little simple self.
There's so many times in my life that I had doubted her. And then she'd win. And then I would doubt her again, and she'd win. And I told my wife, you know, one day I said, I will tell you this, under no circumstances will I ever doubt her ever again.
At 16 years old, Heaven Fitch became the first female to ever win a high school state wrestling title in North Carolina.
Make sure you pull the arm to you now.
The little girl who once wrestled her brothers has become an inspiration, a pioneer, a champion.
I get a lot of messages of people either talking about their daughters or themselves and like telling me congratulations or thanking me for like being an inspiration or something, which was just crazy to me to think that I could be someone else's inspiration. I think it's just a big moment for women in sports in general, just to show that we can achieve the same accomplishments that the men do, even against the men themselves.